nasheed you're thinking of is banned on YouTube. Yeah. Is it ISIS or is it just Sunni? No, there is a ISIS nasheed. The one that people play most commonly is the ISIS one. The Taliban nasheed goes hard as fuck too. Yeah, that one's funny. That's the one that's like the Taliban one is, what is it called? Where it's like it's in English. The Taliban one is in English. It's so funny. The Afghan Nation one, yeah, Afghan Nation. If you go against the Afghan Nation, bro can't name 5 regular songs, but is well-informed terrorist music connoisseur. Bro, you can't even name 5 songs, chill. Yeah, bro, I do, I can. What do you want me to fucking say? For the elimination, the oppression. We are going our operation. For the Afghan nation. Oh. I can't even fucking play it because I don't want assholes. It's really funny. Remember, this is not about right or wrong. This is about how racist the mods will get. Okay, so.
Since the Watergate scandal more than 50 years ago, presidents have refrained from...
Yeah, I don't care about this. I'm skipping it. I don't care about this. I'm skipping it.
Donald Trump supporters talk of him being a...
I do care about this. I'm not skipping it. Elon Musk and Prince Andrew named Sweet, dude.
Well, hello, GG. Hello, Zed. You want me to play that one over? Well, yeah, I'm kind of practicing it anyways. I don't have it down yet. There's parts that I kind of improvise on. But there's one section though that I want to get down. I gotta keep listening to it until I get it down. So you want me to play that one over again? I mean, I was planning on doing that anyways. I'm warming up. I'm trying to remember all the sections, you know. So yeah, I'll play it again. GG, how does this sound? I want people to tell me the audio levels. Is the guitar loud enough? Is the track too loud? Is the sound clipping? Is everything too loud? Or because what I hear in my earphones, I keep thinking, I don't know if that's what you guys hear. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is Rick's shirt. I just washed it. Okay. Okay, good. Alright, so it sounds good enough? Alright. Well, let's give it another shot.
By numerous charities because of an email she wrote to
do that. I do that to all my shirts, Yugi. I cut my sleeves. It's always been my style. As I can tell, it's always been Rick's style too. My cousin also, he rips his sleeves off. He just goes.
Perhaps less loyal than they were prior to the meeting.
Sleeveless is a way of life.
Because like remember, generals are like red. They are, you know, they put in the time, like they elevated to the highest position in the military. And then you got this drunk rapist dipshit, television personality being like, that's right everybody, it's time to have the warrior mindset, okay? I need you guys to understand, we're war fighters now, okay? This is the War Department, not the Defense Department.
Oh yeah, GT, you got a couple of sleeveless shirts too. That's cool. Oh yeah, what shirts are they? What concert shirts were they? I really don't have that many heavy metal shirts. I've had a lot in the past, but right now I just had Rick, and I can't remember them all. I have Rick, I have Voivod, I got Iron Maiden, I have Dio, I have Guns N' Roses. I don't think I can remember them all. But in actuality, it's not that many. Oh yeah? Yeah, that's cool.
Matthew Iglesias? Wait, what? No, I don't believe that. I don't believe he said that. I think Sammy Gold is leaving, right? There's 0% chance those words actually. What?
I have an Arc Spider shirt. I used to have like a lot of Lamb of God shirts.
That seems too good of a take to be coming out of Matthew Iglesias' mouth, which now makes me reconsider what
I think I still have a Lamb of God shirt.
being a fundamentally illiberal nationalist project.
I'm gonna give me a Master Boot Record shirt. I like that group. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna play along to some Master Boot Record right now. Master Boot Record is an instrumental band that does Master Boot Record, where the guitar player was able to, he's able to make his guitar sound like digital, like old Nintendo digital sounds. And so everything, Master Boot Record totally like sounds like Nintendo music, you know. But they're really playing their instruments. It's just they transpose. You can do that now these days. You can transpose your guitar to sound like anything. So I'm gonna play along to some Master Boot Record. Okay, they gotta what? They did a Doom. Master Boot Record has a song called Doom, which makes sense. Hello, Jeffrey. How are you? Let me go back real quick. Hello, Jeffrey. I do take requests. I prefer people to pick from the list.
Having this many senior officers away from their posts does create concern among some. Thank you.
The looming government shutdown.
And yeah, Gigi, I saw your video that you posted not earlier. You know, I just listened to it once real quick. Hello, Yogi. Welcome in. Yeah, it's not one of the higher end Jacksons. It's just it's a real Jackson Floyd. It's not like the Dinkies, you know, the Dinky, that, like the one that Rick Renstrom has. His Jackson is totally different than this one, in my opinion. They're both Jacksons, but his is modified. He's got different pickups in there. His pickups sound real good. But the body and everything else, I think his bridge is different too. But I like Jackson's. Jackson's always been my favorite guitar. Alright, how about we turn Hassan off? And I was gonna play some Master Boot Record. I don't know how to play any of their songs, but I'll just play along with them too. Yeah, and I'll play one of your tracks randomly next, GG. The ones I haven't played to yet. I changed my mind. I don't even know where they're starting from. But they have cool music. Master Boot Records, cool. Oh, that track was called, oh man, I forgot. I didn't look at it. It was called Configure System. These guys are really good about the premise that they're doing. All their song titles are like code. It's Master Boot Record, and the name of the song is called config.sys. Configuration system. If you get it. One song is called FDG. One song is called ANSI ANSI.SIS system, ANSI system. NWOSHM text. One song is called Gopher. One song is called HTTP. Oh man, dude. I mean, I understand what they're doing. It's genius in a way. All those song titles are like code. But yeah, that's why their motto or their phrase that they use as a band is "All hail the code." Wonderful. I would love to see this band live. I've seen videos of the stage totally filled to the brim of computer screens. You know what I mean? And I don't know, it's a trip. You want me to play some blues, Yogi? Sure, I'll give it a shot. I could play. There's like there's a fast blues track that I have that's kind of snappy, but it's in blues, so. This is a long track though, so I don't I'm not gonna play the whole 12 minutes of it. I'll just keep playing until I feel like I exhausted it. You know what I mean? played that for 10 minutes. I think I exhausted it. Hi Jake, what you can do, Juji, what you can do, that his name is Jake, and he's the guy with the channel that I tried to get independent the mod at Rick's. I tried to have her go to his channel and have a discussion because I tuned in to Indie's stream one time and it seemed like that they were having a political discussion of sorts. So I was hanging out, I was trying to get the feel of the vibe that was going there. Some people, there was one person, because I asked everybody a question, just one question to determine the vibe of the community there, you know, and it's pretty fair. Everything's fair there, so and you were no, I mean Indy was taking callers. Oh, what's up, Huey? By the way, Huey. But anyways, I was gonna call into Indy's stream, but she had ended the stream while I was waiting in the StreamYard room or the caller room. But she ended the stream, and so I just wanted to ask her. And she actually came to his channel just to check it out, but she was agreeing with everything Jake was saying, so there was really no discussion there. You can request a song from this list. I'm sorry, I don't have a program. I don't have a where you can pick a song. You know, you just have to go through the list and then tell me what song you want to hear. I have a wide variety of choices. I do everything from a band called Death, and I do Cool in the Game. So there's plenty of variety and diversity there. Shit, Soul Life wanted me to play Wu-Tang. I played Wu-Tang one time. I like Children of Bodom. Trust me when I say I like Children of Bodom. I do not know any of their music. Lexi's an awesome guitar player that I don't think I can duplicate. But I do not know any Children of Bodom. I'm sorry. It's a good band though. I do have some heavy metal on there though, you know. Hello Metalhead, how are you? Welcome in. You're coming from Twitch. I do not have a song request command on Twitch. I'm sorry, I do not. At the Gates is another iconic band. I'm sorry, I do not know any At the Gates. Yeah, Children of Bodom, I don't know any, and I mean, I kind of don't want to attempt to play something like Children of Bodom that I don't know. So I'll just totally mess it up, you know. Or I can do good, but King Diamond. Sorry, man. I don't know any King Diamond either. I mean, damn it. There's a lot of things I need to learn how to play, isn't there? There's a lot of things I need to learn how to play. Really? So that's your taste, huh? You like Hate Reader. Yeah, well, it's a good song, man. There's a lot of good songs on that album. Yeah, solos are different than learning the rhythm parts. I understand the difference. If you want some death metal, I think basically the only death metal I know right now is Death. I used to know some Obituary. It's been a long time, so. So if you're looking for something on the heavier side, I do know some Death. I guess I can try to play that. Oh, Zero Tolerance is a good one, but I know I'll show you the Death song that I know mostly. This song actually has the guitar track in it with the solo omitted out of it. It's Trapped in a Corner. I'm sure you've probably heard that one before. Trapped in a Corner by Death. I have the track. It's got. I'm playing along with the rhythm guitar part, but it has no solos in it. Yeah. Yep. Andy LaRock. Yep. That's true. All right, let's give it a shot. I might butcher it, but I'll try. And since you know Trapped in the Corner, you know Death. You know, I'm not. You're gonna notice all the differences I make in it when I play it, but we'll see.
Bye.
all right, but that's just how I play it. I could probably learn the little differences it is. I had to change the whole key of the song because I'm in standard E, but the song's not in standard E. But with the program that I use for my tracks, I can change the whole key of the song. So I put it at A minor. I have a guitar that's tuned to C. And I have another one tuned to E flat, I think. Oh, your 7-string is tuned to A. If your 7-string is tuned to A, then that's low. that's heavy. That's cool. If that's what you prefer, that's cool. I'm a standard type of a guy. Standard E. Yeah, guitar tuned to A, that's pretty heavy. Oh, hello, reference frame. I saw you in the chat. I don't think I addressed you yet, but how are you? I'll put the list in the chat again for anybody who wants to look through the list. You know, but if anybody's got like any random request suggestions that's more playable. You know, I could probably do it like if it's like a song that's more simple, you know. But yeah, Children of Bodom, that's a hard one. I would like to learn. There's a lot of music I still want to like learn to play. You know? This next track I'm going to play, this is Juji's track. It's called March Towards the Truth. Juji came up with this track. And I play the guitar over it. And this is what we came up with. I do kind of know some Testament, yeah. I do know one Testament song. But I'm playing it like I'm playing it in a different key. Hello, Germ. Welcome in. What's up? Okay. I put the list in the chat a little bit earlier about every time I see somebody new come in, I'll just post it again. I've been playing for a long time, put it that way. But I'm as good as I am, and that's just the way it is. You know, I don't think what you see is what you get. I've been playing too long. I'm stuck in my bad habits. I basically taught myself how to play guitar. So, you know, so I've developed a lot of bad techniques. But I've been playing for a long time. I would probably say 30 years. Off and on for 30 years. All right, let's see. Yeah, if you like that, I mean, hey, if you're a guitar player, check out Juji's channel. I'll put her channel. I'll post her channel in the chat because she's got good stuff to play to practice to, and that's what I like to do, you know. Moonchild, want me to try Moonchild? Alright, tell you what, somebody requested Testament, and I'm gonna try to play that song. I don't think I practiced it enough to really play it the way it should be. Plus, I'm playing it in a different key. So, or I'm playing it in a different tuning. Hold on, I'll remember it. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry, I give up. It's been I hadn't practiced it enough. I forgot how it goes. But you got a taste of it. about. Okay. What are you doing? Was this something you wanted to hear, Gigi? I gotta go back and look. Oh, I think. Oh, you wanted me to do Moonchild. I really like that song, Moonchild. I just, it's not a typical Maiden song. It's a little bit different. Alright, I'll attempt it. I'm gonna play the original track though. I'm not gonna play it with as a backing track, so that way I can cover up my mistakes.
Oh yes! We will praise you. We'll hold down what you got to do.
Oops, sorry. My bad. My bad.
Take it out. What out? Yeah. Why? When you spray.
Take what?
Did you spray?
No, I'm just cleaning it. Oh. I wanted to organize it a little bit.
Yeah, I already sprayed everything, Mom.
You left this in.
Deadly sins, 7 ways to win, 7 holy paths to hell, and your trip begins. 7 downward slopes, 7 bloodied hopes, 7 are your burning fires, 7 your desires.
you got me playing all the Iron Maiden songs, all the Maiden songs I do know now. I'm gonna switch over to. I'm gonna play the ones that I do know. But that's a good one. I mean, that one. I've always liked Moonchild was sick. Now I'll probably maybe I'll practice it later, find out how it goes. I think I can figure it out, right? It's just not your typical. It's a little bit different how they structure the songs on that song. Play this first. Alright. Let's see. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna play some Maiden. Oh, have you been? Have you been to Rick's stream before? Yeah. Yeah, I'm a Rick Renstrom fan. He's probably my #1 guitar player right now. Yeah, this is his shirt, and I've been trying to play some of his music, but I'll do that after. I'll do that a little bit later. Yep, it's Rick Renstrom. It's fantastic, man. And sometimes he comes into this chat. Don't be surprised if Rick shows up here and says hello. You know? Oh yeah. Rick has says he's got a new song of the week he's gonna play, so I want to hear it. Hell yeah. I'm gonna make an audio adjustment real quick. you guys know that I'm gonna play until Rick comes on, and then I could probably go to my YouTube channel and redirect people to Rick. Yeah, Metalhead. Rick comes on in about a half hour, and like me, Juji, there's a few people here that go to Rick's. We always hang out at Rick's. I like playing along to Rick. I always have my guitar when I watch him. You know, I try to play along, even though I'm not really playing along, but I'm just having fun. You know what I mean? But I'm getting some of this stuff, like, sorry. I kind of hella butchered it at the end right there. I mean, really bad. That sucks. Let's see. It's been a while since I played this one. I'll try to play this one. about the sustain. I didn't think it was gonna ring out that long. Okay. Do-over. Redo. I gotta play a little bit better than that. Hold on. What do you want? I'll get it for you.
Well, I need the card.
That's Riot Thundersteel. That it was just playing. I do have a backing track for that song that I do play to. I always slop up the solo every time. I slop it up, but I do play that one. I do know that song. But right now, since we only got just enough time, I'm gonna play a couple of Rick Renstrom songs that I've been practicing. And so before we head off over to Rick's. This is a song called The Fire Within. It's by Rick Renstrom. It's off his album Until the Bitter End. I just gotta point that out if I'm gonna play it. You know what I mean? Yeah, yes, my mom actually wrote that song on an acoustic guitar with my uncle playing the piano, and they wrote that song and they sent it to Iron Maiden. They actually sent it to Iron Maiden and said, you know what, we're gonna use that. Alright, should head everyone off to Rick's now. It's 6 o'clock. If you want to see how that song is really played, watch Rick. He'll probably play it tonight like he always does. Because that's one of his most famous songs, is The Fire Within. There's another one that I know called Speeder. Well, I don't know it, but I play it. And that's another good one. But anyways, if you guys hang for a second in the chat, let me redirect you. Okay? Give me a chance to figure it out. I know I've done it before, but I gotta remember. Okay, let's see. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck, man? Alright, let's just go to Rick's, man. I have to figure it out later. I'll just put a link in the chat to Rick's channel. How's that? I forgot how to redirect. It's gonna take too long to go through it. Okay, here is a link to Rick's channel. That's a link to Rick's channel. I'll see you guys there. Alright, go check out Rick, man. He's a really cool guy. It's a really